Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Fluffy. Happy New Year. This is the first episode of 2019 and I'm so excited. I have so much in store for my channel this year and I want to thank you guys for your continuous support, and I cannot wait for you guys to come on board with me to see what we have planned for this year. So, since this is the first meal of the new year, I decided that I was going to make beef baby back ribs. Now, as most of you know, I do not eat pork, but I still like to enjoy ribs, so I use beef as an alternative, and I am going to just go ahead and partner that with some roasted potatoes as well as some broccoli, so stick around. So as you guys can see, I have about 2 half racks of beef baby back ribs soaking in salt, vinegar, lemon juice, and water. And I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit for about 15 minutes. So for the marinade, I decided that I did not want to do a dry rub. I actually wanted to do an actual marinade. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up a little marinade consisting of Larry's Caribbean Jerk and Honey Bourbon marinades. And I'm gonna also add to that parsley, onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper. So I went ahead and I mixed all of the seasonings together. I used about a 1/4 cup of each of the Larry's seasoning, and then I just went ahead and generously added the parsley, black pepper, and then the garlic and onion powder. So now once I'm ready to go ahead and wash off my ribs, I'm going to go ahead and pour the marinade on there and let it sit overnight. So as you can see here, I have the ribs that have been freshly washed off. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour my marinade all over. This smells so delicious already. I can just only imagine what it's gonna smell like by the time I'm done. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just rub this in. So here we have it, my lovely, lovely ribs. So now I'm gonna go ahead and let this marinate overnight in the fridge. So here we are the next day, and I'm ready to go ahead and put my ribs in the oven. I just went ahead and put them in a normal aluminum pan, and I've gone ahead and put the oven on 425 degrees. Once it has heated up and it is ready, I will go ahead and put the ribs in, and we're going to start with about half an hour. So it's been about 30 minutes since I went ahead and I put the ribs in. So I'm just checking it to make sure that it doesn't dry out and I don't need to add any water or anything. So far it looks good, so I'm just going to go ahead and cover it back up and put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Alrighty, so it's been 30 minutes since I went ahead and put the ribs back in the oven. So far it's been a total of 1 hour that they've been in there. They're pretty much nice and tender, but I want it to be basically falling off of the bone. So what I'm going to do is put it back in there for about another 30 minutes or so, and I'm also going to go ahead and create a glaze for it in the meantime. So for the glaze, I'm just going to be using some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. These are the two that I happen to have in my fridge. However, you can use whichever flavor you like. And I also have here some Mike's Hot Honey, just to give it a sweet spiciness as well. So here is the glaze that I've gone ahead and mixed up. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put it to the side while I start on the roasted potatoes. For the potatoes, I'm going to be using Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, onion and garlic powders, and then parsley. I'm also going to go ahead and drizzle them in olive oil as well as add some butter to them and put them in the oven. So here we have the potatoes, which I've washed, chopped up, and seasoned. Now I'm going to go ahead and add these to aluminum foil and fold it up like a packet so that we can go ahead and throw these in the oven as well. Alright, so it's been about an hour and a half since I initially put the ribs in, and they're very nice and tender. They're starting to fall off the bone. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is add the sauce to it. I turned them over because I want to glaze the bottom of them first, and then I'll do the top last so that everything is just nice and cohesive on there. So now that I've gone ahead and coated the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and stick them back in the oven. I'm not going to cover them this time simply because I want the sauce to become nice and sticky to the ribs. It's been about 10 minutes since I went ahead and put the ribs in. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip them over, glaze the top and put them in for another 10 minutes. So here we have the top. So now I'm gonna go ahead and stick it back in the oven, uncovered again for about another 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes since I went ahead and put the ribs back in. What I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and broil it for about 2 to 3 minutes, just so that the sauce can go ahead and get nice and sticky, and then we'll be done with the ribs. After about 30 minutes, I went ahead and checked on the potatoes, and they are nice and soft, so that means that they are ready. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start the broccoli. Alrighty, and the ribs are done. The sauce is nice and sticky and the meat is very soft and tender. And most importantly, it smells amazing. For the broccoli, I just went ahead and got a bag of broccoli florets from Walmart, nothing fancy. Now I like my broccoli or my veggies in general still crunchy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in a pot of boiling water for about 3 to 5 minutes. Alrighty, so it's been about 3 minutes, so I went ahead and drained off the water from the broccoli, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and plate everything together. Here we have the finished product: roasted potatoes, steamed broccoli, and baby back beef ribs. Again, thank you so much for joining Cooking with Fluffy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time.